skip the step. Now, hello, everybody. welcome to another beautiful Monday at the Mary D Talk Show. I'm so happy to see you. I know this week, if your week is like our week, it is busy. I mean, we are in holiday swing. We are in holiday mode, all that. But first, I like to thank our executive producer, Oliver Welch, to making sure everything is run smoothly. Hi, babe. Welcome to the show. I think he's in the background. Like I said, you guys never see him, but I promise you he's there. I like to thank our live viewers. Thank you, live viewers. Thank you, replay viewers. Thank you, all of you, for being here today. I know today is a different day because we're going to do some things differently. I want to thank, too, our sponsors for the show. Number one sponsor for the show is the Idea Club. And the president of the Idea Club is Dumas Martin Jr. Thank you, Dumas. Always a pleasure having you as a sponsor for the show. Another sponsor for the show is First Book Academy. For those of you interested in writing your first book, and the other one if you're interested in publishing your book, is Front Page Publishing. Those are other two sponsors for the show. Because I want to make sure, I don't want to forget those, because it really does matter. We have people that are supporting the show. And they have been here since day one, which that really makes a difference. I'd like to encourage all of you that haven't already done so, go to YouTube, please, and subscribe. And I'm saying that because they're looking at YouTube, they're looking to see how many subscribers do you have, that kind of thing. But I like to thank the ones that have subscribed already, because the last time I looked, it was getting near 600, which is really good, because I remember not too long ago, it was like 100, and now we're almost at 600, which is, thank you for that. I really appreciate each and every one of you for that. And thank you for telling your friends and family. I don't even know how to say, other than to say thank you, because without you, the show would not grow, and it's been definitely growing. The numbers have been going up, so it means a lot. Now, I see a couple of comments before we get going here. Antonio says, from Coleman from, that's in South Dakota. Ooh, Antonio. Hi, Antonio from South Dakota. Antonio, what is the weather like in South Dakota? Because I always think of South Dakota as being cold. I never even think they have summers. I'm sure they do, but I always think of it being cold. But welcome, Antonio. Antonio, I'm also curious. How did you hear about the show? So you can put that in the chat too. And this is Lavinia. Hi, Lavinia. You finally got on time. I know, huh? Welcome to the show. Welcome. I'm so glad to see you. And then Antonio said, you love my braids. Thank you, Antonio. I just got my hair, as they say, I just got my hair did the other day. my lady that does my hair. And she is just wonderful. And I'm going to give Lavinia, I said Lavinia. Lanita, I said Lavinia. It's Lanita, a plug for those of you, if you're in the IE and you're looking to do sister locks, that this would be the lady to go to. And we have, it's called, see, I told you. That's every time, if you tell me about South Dakota, I don't think anything but cold. I'm not the cold person. I was raised in Southern Cal. So for me, I'm not the cold. But then again, some people leave here and they love the cold. I already know I'm not one of those people. So I stay we're in Inland Empire, which can get hot. In the summer, over 100 degrees every day is not unusual for us. But I've been here so long, I'm used to it. So don't even worry about it. And this, Antonio said, I heard about the show on YouTube. You did? Wow. Did you subscribe, Antonio? Did you subscribe? I hope you did. I hope you subscribed to the show. Welcome, though. Welcome. Glad you could make it. And this is it Nakia Owens? Thank goodness for the fall break. First time this. Nakia, is this Nakia that I know? That I think it is. Hi, Nakia. Welcome to the show. Welcome. Ladies, gentlemen, I want to thank each and every one of you. If you if you leave a comment, you didn't leave a comment, because today is a different kind of show. And I say that because some of you write poetry, or even if you don't. Some of you might say, well, I don't write poetry, or I don't really read poetry, or I don't, whatever the case may be. What I'm going to do today is kind of is different. Let me say that. First, I'm going to go over with you what the definition of just what poetry is, because I have a feeling we may not always know just what it is. And Antonio, well, Antonio says, yes, I subscribe. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And he said, oh, the smiling face. Thank you. Antonio, you're too funny. And he said, you got more. I got more subscriptions. Thank you. Okay, Antonio, you haven't been here. This is your first time. So let me tell you what the goal is. So you know, I have a long way to go, Antonio. The goal is 100,000. Do you see my eyes? Because to look at the numbers now, you're like, okay. Because this is what I had to learn too. And I'm talking to you and I'm talking to me. I had to start somewhere. I couldn't get to 100,000 unless I started. And I'll tell you the quick story how this all started now years ago. And I was afraid to hit the go live button, Antonio. I would sit here. I was just like this. I kept just like this, staring at the screen and wouldn't touch the button. And then finally I touched the go live button. And when I did, I've been going live ever since. That's pretty much the story. And afraid and not afraid and all, you name it. And I almost forgot. I almost forgot to tell everyone. We have 2 new outlets. Now I'm live on LinkedIn and I'm live on Twitter. 2. And I'm trying to go live on Instagram, but I don't really know how to do that. So that's the only reason I'm not live on Instagram. So I got to work through, how do I go live on Instagram? So if anybody knows how to go live on Instagram, you know what to do. Let me put my email in here and please email me, mary@marydwelch.com. Here we go. And I'm going to put this up here so you guys can see it. Oh, what is it? Facebook did not like that. Okay. It said they think that is something. I'm just, okay. Then, since they wouldn't let me put it up there, I'm just going to tell you. Email me, Mary at marydwelch.com. And so you can send me the information of how to, because I've been trying to connect to Instagram and I thought you need 1,000 followers. I have over 1,000 followers, but I still don't know how to do that. But anyway, I'm not worried about it. We have 2 new outlets. Welcome LinkedIn, those of you watching on LinkedIn, and welcome Twitter, those of you watching on Twitter. Both those outlets are new, brand new today. You guys get to be part of the very first day. And now it showed up. Oh, take that back. Hold on. It made it. There it is. There you can see it. Okay. Let me go back up. I see a couple more comments. Antonio, you're saying, yes, you subscribe. And then here we go. It was, I got more spot. Thank you. And I'm going down the comments. Oh, I loved your paintings. Oh, see? I tell you, just never know, huh? Never know. Oh, you're very talented. Very talented. And we have, I was wondering if I could be a guest on the show. Okay, there's the email. Email me and we can talk about it. We can definitely talk about it. To tell you about my story about your journey with autism. Oh, wow. We have to talk. We have to definitely talk. Okay, hold on. And then, as you know, I just put that up. Okay, because I want everybody to be, that's how you can contact me pretty much anytime. Send me an email. Those of you, if you have comments, if you have ideas for the show. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, your ideas are just as relevant as anybody's ideas. So if you have ideas like Antonio just told me, Antonio, email me and we can talk about it. All right. So I'm glad what happened was on my phone, I saw the LinkedIn come in and I said, wow, I need to make sure I mention that. And Nanette says, oh, I wanted to Twitter. Oh, that's right. Thank you. It is X now, isn't it? Sorry about that. But and I went to your account looking for comments. Didn't understand it was a live. That's a good one. I understand what you mean because this is all new. I just connected with LinkedIn and Twitter about 2-3 days ago. So I'm really excited about that. I really, really am, because that's brand new. And hi, Elaine. Hi, Elaine. Just joining. Wow, this is an interesting conversation. Thank you. We haven't even got started yet. Let me tell you. So thank you, everyone that's made a comment. And let me say this. If you have a poem and you would like to come online, you would like to come on camera, put the mess. If you put your email in the comments, I can send you the link and you can come on camera and you can recite your poem. Now, let me also add, I would not recite anything that is not copywritten. So everything you hear me recite today, there's a copyright on it. It's not, no one else can go back and say they did it and that kind of thing. So it's going to come from one of the books. And I'll show you the book. It's this book. You guys can see that. Transformations and Anthology. This is where many of them are going to come from. But I'm also going to talk to you. And this is on Amazon, by the way. You can, anybody can go get a copy of this book. But I also wanted to talk with you about poetry itself. What is it? What is a poem? Like someone recited to me 2 lines. And I said, is there more? That's what I was like. And he goes, do I need any more? And I thought, nope, you really don't. And they just said 2 quick lines, and that was a poem. Now, when it's that short, and there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. And sometimes the sentences can be long sentences, and you can make them into poetry, make it to a poem, that kind of thing. When they're short like that, usually I put the words on top. That's what I do. I put the words kind of like on top of each other, just so you read this and how you read it, because you're, in my opinion, you're looking for the cadence of that poetry. So that's what I'm noticing or looking for when I'm doing poetry. I've been writing poetry personally since I was probably, oh my gosh, I think 15. I didn't even know I'd written like 2 poems. I probably could find them. They're actually in our school newspaper. They printed them and everything. I remember thinking, wow. But the time I wrote, the poets that we really, really followed and were Langston Hughes, which I sent those of you on the email list. You see, I did a Rick spread on Langston Hughes. I haven't done one on Nikki Giovanni, but I should, because Nikki Giovanni is 80. So I need to do one on her. And I need to do one on Maya Angelou. When I say do one, I mean that I do the research and I put it all on an email. And you can't put everything about them, but you can put a lot. And what I like about it, that's that teacher in me, by the way. Definitely that teacher in me. But what I do like about it is people read it. And one lady, she sent me an email. She said, I read everything you send to my grandchildren. And I'm always aware of that. These are teachable moments, is what they are. And some people may never read it. I have no idea. But I do know there are people that do. They do read it. And I make a point of not waiting until Black History Month to do anything. Because why limit us to 1 month? No. So I always make sure we are included throughout the year. And we have a comment. This is from Elaine. I'm sorry, Linda Harris says, Mary, where can I find your poetry reads? Oh, my poetry is all here. It's funny. I'm a part of the anthology. I'm one of the writers, the poets in this anthology. I only put poetry in here. I didn't put any of the other books, children's books. Remember, I know this is hard. Some of you probably know. I've only been writing, I'm going to say 5 years. 5 years. That's it. All the books you see have all been written in the last 5 years. When I say I was writing poetry, I did not write anything else until I started writing it. I wrote 2 poems when I was in high school, never wrote anything else until what you see now with the children's books. And the one that's coming out now, I don't know if I should share that with you guys, because I have the mock-up. I'm still working the book out. The book is laid out, but now you have to edit the book. So that's why you haven't seen Bradley Can't Find His Pants. The book is done, except the book is done. It's all laid out, but you always have to go back and edit. And you have to make sure that the words land how you want them to land to make sure that the book is read correctly. So it's so much. If I tell you everything involved and everything, you'd be like, it takes all that. It takes all, and then some. You're going over everything. Is the period in the right place? Is there a comma? Is there exclamation? All of this is happening when you're writing. I'm speak for me, especially when I'm talking about printing a children's book, because they're looking whether nobody ever says it, but how you write is very you're teaching children how to write. So that's me always very aware of that. So we're going to start off with some new poets, and then we're going to go, and I want to go into some, I guess you could say, older poets or poets. Nikki Giovanni is alive, thank God, but Langston Hughes is not. Neither is Maya Angelou. She's not. Some other poets that we may or may not, there may or may not be living. The young lady that did On the Steps, I have her book. It's around here somewhere, but anyway, I do have it. But her words were, as we know, poetic. And sometimes poems can have meaning, and sometimes they may not have any meaning. I mean, keep that in mind. There may not be any big meaning. It's just that the person wanted to share what was in their heart. Hi, Sheila. How you doing, sweetheart? Always good to see you. Always. I can tell you, ladies, gentlemen, anytime you come in, as long as I can, I will always announce you as I try to go and make sure that sometimes if you wait, don't wait till the end. I'm going to tell you. Because at the end, we run out of time. I don't have that. But right now, early in the program, it's really a good time for me to announce you. I really like that, to be able to include you. So first of all, let me go to what is poetry. Let me go to okay, that's Langston Hughes. I'm not there. Okay, poetry. I had everything all set up. Of course, it's gone now. But what is poetry? Because I think, or what is a poem? Sometimes I think just knowing what it is it just helps. Many of you already know the lyrics of a song are poetry. Many times that they put to music, but poetry is a type of literature or artistic writing that attempts to stir a reader's imagination or emotions. I'm going to say that again. Poetry is a type of literature. I think Albert forgot about the show. He went outside, and what you're hearing is our backyard alarm. Sorry about that. Poetry is a type of literature or artistic writing that attempts to stir a reader's imagination or emotions. The poet does this by carefully choosing and arranging language for its meaning, sound, and rhythm. I'll say it again. Poetry is a type of literature or artistic writing that attempts to stir a reader's imagination or emotions. The poet does this by carefully choosing and arranging language for its meaning, sound, and rhythm. That's what a poem is. That's why when the gentleman said the two sentences, and I just said, that's it. And he goes, yeah. And I thought it was more to it. But he said, no, that's it. I said, oh, okay, that's fine. But I didn't know that was it. Oliver does not know that he's doing this. I know he doesn't. Because I know he forgot. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't know that the alarm is on. So anyway, I'm going to keep going. Okay. And then I'm going to give you examples of it. Okay. Poetry is a vast subject as old as history and older, present wherever religion is present, possibly under the same definition. The primal and primary form of language themselves. Poetry is another way of using language, perhaps some hypothetical beginnings of things. It is only, oh my goodness. I want to leave, but if I leave, you guys are going to see, we're going to be looking at a blank screen, so I don't want to do that. Okay. But maybe I can call or send him a text and tell him to turn the alarm off. I don't know if he could even hear me because I don't know if he has his phone on him. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. These things happen. I can hear the alarm, and I'm sure you can. It's in the backyard. Say, Oliver, the alarm is going off. I hope he has his phone on him. I don't think he could hear me. I don't know. Okay. So, the alarm is going off during the show. The backyard alarm is going off during the show. We've been hearing it all during the show. Uh-huh. Yeah. All right. I just wanted to let you know. Okay. Now, hopefully we can go. Anyway, we're gonna keep going. I think he finally heard me say it. Okay. Let me tell you what my ideas are when it comes to poetry. It literally, in my opinion, it's when you're speaking from your heart. Not that you're not speaking from your heart all the time, but when you're writing poetry, you're opening your heart to whatever is in your heart. That's the way I can describe it. But that's why I think when you hear musicians say they've written the best songs and everything, they were in pain and they were hurting and all these things. And I think I'm beginning to think there's some truth to that. I started writing, and many of you know this, I started writing after suffering a lot of pain. My youngest brother had passed away, and 90 days later, my mother passed away. And that was painful. Let me just say this. I don't even know how to describe how painful it was. Through that, though, I, through the pain of that, it's when I was feeling, I guess you could say, the most vulnerable and everything. And so I started writing. As I look back, I think I was writing to survive. I was writing because I felt like I was dying inside. And so I to save myself from that, it's like I need to save me. I was writing. And many of you know the very first book I wrote, There's a Rocket in My Pocket. It still isn't in the book form. It's so funny. What do I have? Like 6 books or something. But that one is going to be put into a book form. Let me tell you that. I'm actually working on that now. That's a project. But I'm saying that, but some of you may feel the same things. You're in pain, but you don't know what to do with the pain that you're in. And it may not be mine. Like I said, mine was 2 immediate family members within 90 days. I don't even know how to describe the pain I was in. It was indescribable. And I was trying to live. Writing has become an outlet. Now the pain it's been a few years now, so the pain is not as bad, but it's still there. I think not one day has gone by that I don't think about them. Because number one, they were so close, in proximity to lose both of them. So I'm saying that to you to say, you don't have to wait till you're in pain to write. Don't do that. I would tell you to just write. So I'm always saying that. So this is from this book. Again, as I said, it's Transformations Anthology. And I'll show this in between the authors, and there's the authors on the back. Okay. I'm very, very proud of this book, and I'm proud of everyone that contributed to this book. So the first one I'm going to read, this is from Linda Hurndon Webb. And I'm just going to read about who she is, and then I'll read her poem. Linda Hurndon Webb has been happily married to Jesse Webb for 23 years. Linda retired with 36 years of service in the field of education from the Rialto Unified School District. One of her greatest joys is knowing she made a difference in the lives of thousands of students as a counselor and teacher. Another joy of Linda's is singing, which inspired her to write her song entitled, Lord, I'm giving my all to you. Her parents, Jeremiah and Flora, and her brother Floyd all love to sing gospel. Singing is also a love that she shares with her husband Jesse. Linda has sung with several church choirs, the Parish Singers, who won the McDonald Gospel Fest in 1990s and performed at the inaugural ball of President Clinton. Writing songs is a new venture for Linda. It is her way of sharing the gift that God gave her with others. Now, this is a song, but truthfully, it's a poem. Yes, that's what songs are. So the title of it is Lord, I'm giving my all to you. Lord, I'm giving my all to you for saving my soul. I truly thank you. I could never repay all that you've done for me. I just live each day in a loving way. May I live my life so that others may see that you reign on high for eternity. Please show me the way as I live each day. I am thankful to you for all that you do. You gave your son, the only one. You will be done. Your will be done until you come. Lord, I'm giving my all. I give it all to you for saving my soul. I truly thank you. Lord, I'm giving my all, giving it all to you for saving my soul. I truly thank you. And that is the end of her. That was her song. That's also a song that's being put to music uh, by a young man right now. So that is the song. That's her poem, and that's from Linda Hurndon Webb. So thank you, Linda. If you're able to see today's show, or whenever you see the show, I'll make sure that you know about it. Okay, thank you, Nanette. Because he got the message. I called. I didn't know if he had a cell phone on him though, but he did. Yeah, he did. He heard me, and he didn't realize he was in the backyard and all that was going on. But anyway, thank you, Nanette. And the message says, Linda says, my pain started me to the right too. Unfortunately, that's where I found my love to. Okay, that's your pain. You know what? I think we fighting to live. Thank you, Linda. I think we're fighting to live. That's why we write. That's why I write. I was writing because I was fighting. I was like, I needed something to make me want to stay. Not that I was trying to do harm to myself or anything like that, but the doctor was saying I was in such a deep depression. But I refused to take depression medication. I just refused. I was too scared to get addicted to that stuff. And not that I would tell anybody, I would say take it. I just was scared. That's the truth of the matter. So, okay, as we keep going, and thank you, Linda. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. And it says, poetry is also called a verse. In writing that formulates a concentrated imaginative awareness of experience and language, chosen and arranged to create a specific emotional response through meaning, sound, and rhythm. Same definition. And that's in the book also. I just read the one that we have right here. And then on this one, it gives the names of the authors on this page. And then we're going to go into the poetry section. And okay. Now this is from Azra. This is her picture. Oh, let me go back. I don't think I showed you Linda Hurndon Webb. Here's Linda's picture. There we go. The one I just read. This is her picture, Linda Hurndon Webb. And all of the authors, if they wanted their picture in the book, their pictures in the book. It just depends on the person. Most people did. I think almost everybody did have their pictures in there. And Azra McCory, this is Azra. And I'll read to you about her, and then I'll read her. I think she has how many poems? 2. She only has 2. Okay, some submitted more than others. Let me say that. Okay. Azra said, Azra's journeys working with kids started with her love and fulfillment in motherhood, which led her into the field of early childhood development. Azra's background experience in this field cultivated an interest in working with students in diverse programs, which include work with before, after school tutoring, child daycare teacher, the nonprofit sector, curriculum development, and ultimately a unique experience as both an in-home childcare provider and homeschooler. Her love for the youth cumulated with a love for educating the whole child, combined with holistic learning. Azra completed her bachelor's degree in applied science, early childhood education. Today, Azra writes children's books, teaches STEM, and continues to develop her business, Wisdom Kids, the holistic child approach to learning. And this is one of Azra's poems. Out of my afflictions. Out of my afflictions and after the tears, you call me by name, you draw me so near. From the hurt and through the pain, from the struggle through the storm, I look to the heavens and it's me you transform. Out of your presence, but close to your heart, you said, if I humble myself to prayer, a new thing would start. Oh God, why me? Why do I feel this way? He said, in times of trouble, you don't want to pray. I complain, I whine, I even try to hide. You call me out of the darkness to stay at your side. Remove this fear, Lord, crush any doubt. It's you that I need. It's you I can't live without. With my fear and weakness, I don't understand. With the commitment of your love, I was covered by your hand. I call you faithful, mighty, and true. On bended knee, I am running to you. For your wings of glory and your comfort complete, I return to the secret place and I lay at your feet. Master, Redeemer, Deliverer, and Father, I go back to the world. I won't even bother. A heart eat once battered and flesh that was torn, ignoring your truth, my spirit would mourn. But I stand here, not broken, with a stain of sin, with a smile abroad my face, given again. In love, Azra McCory. Thank you, Azra. And this is Azra's second poem. It's called Build Me Up. And all of these poems are available for those of you that just came in right here. Missed the book. It's on Amazon. I don't remember what it costs, to be honest with you, but I don't know what the cost is, but it definitely is on Amazon. And hello, Estella. Hi, Estella. And Estella says, hi, Mary. Love the poetry theme. We'll be publishing another anthology soon. Yes. Yes, I will say that, but we can talk. Just send me an email and we'll talk. All right. And good to see you, Estella. Okay. Let me see. Okay, next. Her poem from Azra is Build Me Up. You tore me down to build me up. You broke my heart to overflow my cup. You blessed me. You loved me. You never turned away. You kept me. You healed me. You gave me a new day. You extended your mercy. You unleashed your grace. You brought me to my knees so I could seek your face. You gave me your word to write on my heart. You breathed into my body and you gave me a new start. You gave, you gave, you give, you love, you live, you live. You are the vine and I am the branch. You said, I'll bear fruit. You said, I'd advance. I heard you, I left you, I stumbled, I fell. I ignored you. I turned from you. You said, I'd prevail. I doubted you. I ran from you, hiding in the pit. You called me. You chose me. You were the perfect fit. I lied. I cried. I chose my path just to die. You heard like the dove bird. And again, you sent your word. I didn't want to listen. I didn't receive. With your mighty spirit within me, I had to believe. I'm in love. I'm renewed. My faith is restored. I'm intrigued. I'm amazed. I'm not getting bored. When I walk, sometimes I float, but man might not see. As I look up to you, it's not I, it is we. You and me in unity through your covenant. I think I said that right. We are one. I am part of the Holy Trinity from the Father to the Son. You sent your Holy Spirit, so within me it shall dwell. You snatched me from the pit. You took me out of hell. Man has renounced you. Man has refused. You said, I still love him. It is you that he'll use. I love you. I love you. I am finally yours. Open the windows of heaven that is rains and it pours. Your thoughts I don't know, your ways aren't fully revealed, but still the land was barren, now fruit that it yields. Omnipotent, magnificent, the great I am, Alpha and Omega, beginning and end. Wow. I tell you, Azra, everybody, this was Azra. Let me show you a picture of Azra again. First of all, it's in this book. You can get all these poems I'm reading today in this book. And this is Azra's picture. There you go. There she is. All right. Thank you, Azra. Well, what do they do? I think you guys do the snap. That's what it is. I've never done it, but that's what I keep hearing people do. Okay. Now, this is from Miss Dollphernea Peters or Doll. There's a picture. There's Doll. Hi, Charles. I saw you come in. Hi, Charles. Glad to have you today. You got this a day of poetry. I'm really proud. These are poets in the book. Here's the book. Again, Transformations. You can go get your copy right there on Amazon. Okay, and I'll read about Doll. Okay. Doll, it's Dollphernea, but I know it's Doll. Doll Peters Thomas is a mother of 4 and grandmother of 11. Dollphernea was born and raised in Los Angeles. She served in the medical field for 40 plus years as a CNA, a CHHA, a caregiver, an EMT, a fighter on Paloma Mountain, a phlebotomist, and a para-education for Lake Elsinore School District, working with the special needs children of all school ages. Doll served as a volunteer and ombudsman on the Navy vessel USS Dixon AS-37, a submarine tender on Sub Base San Diego. She also served as a Navy Relief Supervisor, Family Service Center, and Navy Officers' Wives Club, as well as a volunteer in Groton, Connecticut, working for the American Red Cross. Doll is excited for the opportunity to present her works in this transformation anthology. Her future goal is to write her life story. All right, Doll. And we're going to hear, this is Doll's, the title is Me, the Black Thing. THANG. The Black Thing, moving to and fro from this place and that, never staying for a long time. When will this merry-go-round stop? Lay down roots so you can enjoy your place, so you can make friends to play with, so you can explore new things, so you can make memories. Me, the Black Thing, always moving from this place to that place, moving to and fro. When will we stop and lay down roots? Me, the Black Thing, being in a community of whites, high yellows, and caramels, not being accepted in the neighborhood, pushed around, not being included in play, teased, beat up because of my darkness. Me, the Black Thing, on school grounds, a caramel-skinned boy leaving his teeth print in my head, blood and tears running down my dark face. Me, the Black Thing, calling her names. Am I loved by any? Mom, dad, sisters, and brothers? Me, I am too dark for them to love. Dad and mom divorcing, dad wanting custody of the Carmel children. Me, The black thing is not loved. I am too dark for dad to love or to see. Unattached to earth, to life on earth. Please send me to a planet in space where it's dark like me. Me, the black thing. God will accept me. God said he will not leave me or forsake me. I feel his presence up here. I feel his love. Me, the black thing. I ask my Heavenly Father to forgive those who won't accept my darkness, my blackness. Please forgive their ignorance, their poor treatment of my blackness, those high yellows, those whites and caramel. Please forgive their teasing, the pain in this black heart. Father, don't judge them harshly, but save them, those whites, high yellows, and caramels. And that is from Doll. And here's Doll's picture. You guys get to see it. And there's her poem. Okay, and this, for those anybody coming on, this is the book that I'm reading from. It's called Transformations in Anthology, and it is available on Amazon. Thank you, Doll. Now, next, this is from Dr. Johnnie Simmons. Here's Johnny's picture. Dr. Johnnie Simmons. And we will read from hers. Okay. Dr. Reverend Johnnie Simmons was anointed and accepted her call in the ministry in October of 1997. She was ordained an itinerant elder in the African Methodist Episcopal Church in October of 2017. She is a co-founder and chief financial officer of Soul Ministries, Incorporated, where she co-leads a core group of highly intelligent women through conferences, retreats, Bible studies, and workshops. She is currently an educator for the Rialto Unified School District. She is also the director of the prayer ministry and the women's ministry at St. Paul AME Church in San Bernardino, California. Johnnie earned a BA in sociology, a Juris Doctorate in law, a Master's of Arts in Education, a Master's of Divinity and Religion, and a doctorate in leadership for educational justice. In addition, she is a proud veteran of the U.S. Army Reserves and a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, Incorporated. Her favorite scripture is, "He that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love." 1 John 4:8. Johnnie's motto is, live to give because there is joy in giving. Thank you, Johnnie. And this is one of Johnnie's poems. It's called In My Presence. And before we go on, if you have any questions about any of the poets, I can get you in contact with anyone that I have that's in the book. I have all their contact information. If you have one that you would like to come speak to an event, email me. I put the email up there. I took it down, I guess, didn't I? I had it up there, and then, here we go. There's the email. You can always email that email, mary@marydwelch.com, and you can reach me there. There we go. And if there's, like I said before, if this is Johnnie's poem, so that you see Johnnie, it's sometimes a glare. It's better if I go this way. And she's a poet. She's an educator. She's also a minister. Okay, it's called In My Presence. The economy is down. We cannot get enough pay. Stop looking around for others to save the day. This season is not a surprise to me, but you must remember not to faint. Trust me during this time of uncertainty. Don't give up. Pray and wait. Wait on me and watch me work it out for your good. Put your focus on eternity and don't allow inflation, cause my words to be understood. This season of the economy did not catch me by surprise. I knew it was coming, and all who doubted me will watch my true believers definitely rise. Rise above this financial storm. I am still in full control. My people will not experience irreparable harm. I am the protector of your soul. So, my child, don't worry about the decrease. Keep trusting me for the increase. True faith captures its complete essence. Trust me and you will find peace in my presence. Then Johnny has another one. Thank you, Johnny. It is Let Me Love You. And there's actually a couple of parts to this. Hold on. Yeah. Let Me Love You is two parts. Yeah, it's a definitely two-parter. Okay. And honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think we're gonna get finished. I'm going through these. We probably won't, but I'll try and get as far as I can go with the poetry. It's Let Me Love You, and it is. The tears start to well up in my eyes. I have really gotten no type of rest. This situation caught me by surprise, and I thought you were the best. The best friend a girl could ever desire. I have always been there for you. Now my heart burns with fire, wondering how I'm going to make it through. Through all these bills and all of this pain, until death do us part, is now feeling strange. What do I now do with all this pain in my heart? No communication, and our long talks are almost non existent. Long pauses and too many hurdles and deep fences. You say you want to try and that we are still good, but it's your actions that are being misunderstood. You say I'm being negative when all your words and actions have been repetitive. I wonder why I still try. Is it time to kiss this relationship goodbye? When I hear this still small voice that stops me and leaves me no other choice, I point my ear to the sky to really listen, and I think this time I might truly catch the vision. They cannot love you like I do. Remember, I have and will always be there for you. I am never fake, I am always true. So relax, my child, and let me love you. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, thank you. And this is Let Me Love You Part 2. Frustrated, distracted, lonely, and no one to care. I've been there for others. This just doesn't seem fair. I've loved hard and did not ask for much in return. Now I feel so used and abused. When will I ever learn? I'm so full of tears and I really don't know what to do. I hear the spirit saying, I hear the spirit of God saying, "Let me love you." Still, I dial my best friend and it goes straight to voicemail. Is she ever available? From the beat, I really can't tell. I've been at everyone else's beck and call. Now I need someone's help and I get nothing at all. I'm so full of tears and I really don't know what to do. I hear the Spirit of God saying, "Let me love you." I've given so much and it was not appreciated, talked about, and now I feel deeply hated. Hated for the love that I gave when in doing, I left none for myself, always thinking about others when I should have cared less. So the tears keep falling, I just don't know what to do. I point to the Spirit calmly saying, "Stop, my child. Let me love you." Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, thank you. We have, this is by Renee Smith or Lady Oxy. And her name is, let me show you the picture. This is Renee. See that picture of her. There you go. And for those that just came on, it's from this book, Transformations. It is available on Amazon. You can get it right there on Amazon. If you missed this or need or have any questions, you can always send me an email and I can get the information for you. I'm trying to make sure I said I commented. Let me stop for a second and first of all, before I even go on, thank you to everyone that did comment and thank you to everyone that's here. If you came in later, please make sure to go to YouTube and subscribe. The goal is 100,000 on YouTube. Can you see the blinks? I think the last I looked, it was like getting close to 600. I think that's what it was. But I want to make sure I thank each and every one of you, those of you that made a comment and those, even if you didn't, because what I'm learning, if you, like I said, if you don't make a comment, I don't know that you're there, but that does not mean that you're not there. When the show ends, I see so many people that were watching, but I never see anything, by the way. All I see are the comments, and I see every now I see numbers, but I don't really look at the numbers because my light is covering that, so I can't see it anyway. So all I really see are the comments. That's all I. So those. That's how I know that you're here. But when you go to YouTube or you have your friends and family go to YouTube and say, just subscribe to our show. That's all they have to do is click the subscribe button. And then you get the notice whenever we go live. I am going to do some specials. I haven't done them yet, but I do want to do some live specials. And that's going to be, I'll tell you more about that as we go into 2024. And there'll be pop-ups, just different ones where I'm at different locations, and I'll be going live too. So I like to thank everyone here. Though the show's not over, by the way, I'm just thanking you because I want to make sure I don't want to run out of time, and then I don't have time to thank each and every one of you. But definitely thank and Antonio, thank you. I really we'll talk, I'm sure, at the end because I'm sure you probably email me in South Dakota. I got it right. Antonio in South Dakota. It's so nice to have you here today, Antonio. We also want to thank Nakia. Thank you, Nakia. Thank you. As I go down this list, and I'm calling the names. Nanette, thank you. Elaine, thank you. Linda, thank you. Sheila, thank you. Gwen, okay. Gwen, I didn't see you. You can't hear the alarm. Don't start me on Oliver Nella. I said, okay. I had to call him, Gwen. I had to call him. He didn't even know. He had stepped out to do something and he didn't even know. And so, but anyway, hello, cousin Gwen. And then we have, oh, you can't hear the alarm. That is too funny. And Nanette, I know the alarm has stopped. I know. He came, he closed the door too. So now he knows. And thank you, all of you, for coming. Nanette, thank you for coming to the show because I know you guys are busy, but thank you for taking the time. Linda, thank you. Estella, Charles, thank you, each and every one of you. It means more than you know. And I don't know if there's anyone here who's not on the email list. That's another thing. If you're not on the email list, you might want to get on, or the text list. Many of you get text messages. Some of you get both. You get the emails and the texts. They went out a little late this time. Anybody notice that? And that was because I couldn't make up my mind. It was so many different topics. And finally I said, okay, I went to poetry, but because that's close to my heart. I'm actually going to be reading, I don't know if I'm going to read one of the children's books too, because I think at this time, I'm just looking at how many different poems. We're not going to make it through today. I can tell you that for a fact, because it's already we only have 7 minutes left, but I do have enough time to go through at least a couple more for sure. I want to make sure I do that. We will be here on Monday, a week from today, too. I want to also let you know that. And it will be Sharon Lewis is the guest that's going to be on the show. And the week after that, I think it's Wanda Scruggs. I think that's the week after that. So we are getting more people come, one by one. It's really good to have you. I think, is this Linda here? Dr. Linda Cooper. Hi, Linda. And isn't it doctor? I think it is doctor. I think it is Dr. Cooper. Hi, Dr. Cooper. And I'm glad she said something I didn't know. Oh, okay. If you're not getting the emails, Lavinia, you saw my email up there. Email me, send me your email, and you'll get the emails. I email a lot. I tell everybody now. If you're on the email list, those of you on the email list, no. I know. You know what, though? I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's weird. I've slowed down on my emails, and some of you noticed. And I'm going to tell you why. Those of you that get the emails. Now, I don't have to email as much. Because truthfully, the open rate, so many of you open them, it's not like I had, before the open rate was low, but now that you trust, if I'm sending an email, it must be significant. And you read them. That's why I don't have to email as much. So I'm very cautious of your time because I know I'm busy. So I don't send you anything that's not worth your time. Let me say that to you. If I don't feel like it's worth your time, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not about that. And so I'm about sending you things. As many of you know, I've been education, you know, over half my life. So over 30 years an educator. So I'm still educating, except I'm educating through the email system. If you're not on the email, send me an email, mary@marydwelch.com. And some people have sent me emails, send me their email, and gave me a list of people to add to the email list, which is so interesting. And I add them. The email list grows every single day. It's in the thousands. So if you would like to have your name added, send me an email. If you have other friends and family, you want them to get the emails, that's fine. I email usually 3 times a week. That's about right. I say at least 3 times a week I send an email. Okay. So, and before I know we're getting near the end, I want to make sure I don't want to forget to say this. Happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. I know Thanksgiving is this Thursday. We have a lot to be thankful for. It's actually also the birthday of our oldest son. It's his birthday, so happy birthday, Peyton. If I tell you guys how old he is, you can probably figure out how old I am. I don't know, should I tell you? He's in his 40s, though. Our oldest son's in his 40s. Yes. I always say this. They're getting older. I'm not getting older. They're getting older. And my granddaughter says, she goes, Nana, how can we get older and you're not getting older? I said, I don't know how that's going to. I don't know how that works, but that's how it works. And so that's how we do it. That's how I do it. So Lavinia, you can just email me, Mary@MaryDWelch, and I'll put you on the email list. Or anyone else that would like to get on the email list. And don't forget, go to YouTube and subscribe if you haven't already done that. And Linda says, hey. It's so nice to hear from you, Linda. It is. I saw your text. You had sent me a text not too long ago. I think I replied. I tried to reply. Okay, we're down to a couple minutes. So we got one more. I want to get one more before I let you go. Accountability to Fix the Economy. And this is by Renee Smith. Make sure you get Renee Smith. She says, blood pressure rising because of unforeseen gasoline and interest rates. Everyone trying to escape or recover from homelessness, living from paycheck to paycheck, paying high taxes, feeling robbed, many others with no job. Millions going to the Ukraine. Not saying it's wrong, but what about home? Power outages in Puerto Rico. Corporate America still mistreat you. When will we show compassion? Share the resources that keep even the basic needs like food, housing, and education, access to medication. It's said we have freedom to speak, vote, and carry firearms to protect ourselves from harm. Maybe we might plead the fifth to avoid condemning yourself. Where is the accountability? Who cares about their community? Don't we all have a responsibility in order for all to live truly free? Please tell me how we can fix the economy. Beautiful, 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 Renee. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have 1 minute. I see Linda. I'm sorry. Linda said, get your comment in before I. It says, my pain. Okay, my pain started to the right. Oh, I'm sorry. I scrolled up. Okay, I'm right. I'm with the end. Okay, I just want to make sure. No way, Peyton. Linda said, no way, Peyton's in his 40s. Yes, Peyton is in his 40s. I'm going to tell Linda, Justin will be 40 in a month, if you can believe that. That's the youngest son. Hi, Sheila. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your support. I'll see you in a week. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye.